And Cynthia, I'm hoping maybe you can lead us in prayer tonight if you're okay with that.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Just once I'll let you know once I get this thing up and going. And Cynthia, I'm hoping maybe you can lead us in prayer tonight. Ignore the
Double talk.
yeah. Once I'll let you know once I get this thing up and going.
I would say you want me to go look in the kitchen.
Cynthia, I'm hoping maybe you can lead us in prayer tonight. Ignore the
Double talk.
yeah. I'll let you know once I get this thing up. I really hate this.
I would say you want me to go look in the kitchen.
Cynthia, I'm hoping maybe you can lead us in prayer tonight. Ignore the
Double talk.
yeah. I'll let you know once I get this thing up. I really hate this.
I would say you want me to go look in the kitchen. Cool, Miss Lynn.
Okay. I think we should be good. That whole process, Cynthia, oh my God, from what we used to be able to do to now, it is such a nightmare.
Cause
we gotta keep doing this. We gotta keep doing this online meetings because
okay.
just because it's so much better, but there were some other things I could
Yeah.
figure out. So I'm gonna keep investigating so that it won't be so cumbersome. Anyway, Maxine is coming in. Max, can you hear us? Welcome back.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hey, you were traipsing around the world.
I was.
I know. She sounds different, doesn't she? Like I'm a
Oh,
world
yes.
traveler now.
A woman of the world now.
Yeah. That's so
Oh,
funny.
wow.
Okay. So Shelly says she'll be joining us as soon as she can. She's on another meeting right now. So what we're gonna do, let's get started. I'm just gonna mute everybody out except for me and Cynthia right now. All right, so Cynthia, if you wouldn't mind leading us in prayer, and then we'll get our meeting started.
Dear Heavenly Father, we give you all the honor. We give you all the praise. We praise you because of your Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, Savior, and Master. We thank you, Father God, that you orchestrate our lives in the way that you would have us to go. We thank you, Father God, that everything that we do unto you, not unto man. That we listen for your voice and not unfamiliar spirits. We thank you, Father God, that you allow us to do the works according to your ways. We thank you, Father God, that our businesses, our families, our homes, and everything that we do and touch are blessed and protected by you, and that our steps are ordered by you, and that we obey the way that you would have us to make sure that everything is according to the word of God and not according to our own thoughts. We thank you for blessing everyone that's on here, everyone that's coming on. We thank you to bless us in every way, according to your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I also want to just ask you all to, in your quiet time, to pray for one of our team members who really has never been able to get going. Her name is Caprice Woods, and Cynthia, you may remember her. She was our model that we had a few months ago. Caprice has been in the hospital now for about 2 weeks.
No.
She has a condition called Bell's palsy, which is somewhat of like a minor stroke that happens in your face. And right now it's affecting her like swallowing and being able to eat. And so they've had to put a tube down her throat to feed her. And so I just ask that you guys keep Caprice Woods in your prayers. It breaks my heart because she's a young lady having to go through a lot of this horrible stuff. So, but that is one of the things that I love about this unit is that we keep each other lifted. We think about each other. And there are many of our team members who suffer from one ailment or another, you know, things that go on. Everybody on this call, even right now, we've got our own health issues, our own concerns. So keep your sisters lifted in prayer. God knows what those things are. God knows what those things that keep us, you know, kind of shook sometimes when we're trying to move forward and then something happens that, you know, gets us off our square because of one thing or another, whether it's stress that brings things on or whether it's the health of our bodies. But I just ask that y'all remember your sisters in this unit, even if you don't know everybody's name. When you say your prayers at night, just say, God, keep the champion women and men lifted, because each person has their own challenges, and God, you know what that is, what those challenges are. Just keep them, right? And that's why we do this prayer every time. That's why I asked Cynthia, who is really our spiritual leader, you know, she, if you haven't noticed, if you're kind of new like Maria and you see, well, Maria's not on Facebook, so she doesn't get to see your scriptures, Cynthia. So at some point we'll have to figure out, maybe there's a way we can, like, I know as we start talking a little bit more about what we're doing, you and me, Cynthia, here in my office, maybe there's a way we can email them out or do something so that everyone can have an opportunity to see what you do. She, Maria, on our Facebook page, she puts a scripture out daily that we can reflect on. And so it's always helpful to just have that extra prayer from Cynthia because she comes very anointed with that. So so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our champion creed, and this is the affirmation that I have for our unit. We're going to be talking about affirmations today. Last week we talked about our self-talk, and I thought we should continue the conversation a little bit more in affirmations. So before we talk about individual affirmations, I wanted to share with you guys our unit affirmation, which is our champion unit creed. This is what I call it. And basically it says, when challenges begin to rise, champions emerge with blazing eyes, with hearts on fire and spirits high. Champions reach for their dreams that touch the sky. With every stumble, with each lesson they learn, champions grow, succeed, and start to earn. Embracing growth with open hearts, champions thrive in every part. So let the world their stories tell of resilience and grit as their amazing businesses swell. In the tapestry of life, a vibrant hue, champions rise, forever true. And this is how I see each and every one of you. I want y'all to think about the words in that. You know, what that talks about is that our hearts are on fire. That means we are passionate about what we do, and our spirits are high, a positive spirit, not a negative, low thinking spirit. We reach for dreams that touch the sky. So what this says is you are setting dreams that are larger than you can even imagine. Okay. Sometimes we think about like small dreams. But what I want you to do is think bigger and think about dreams that maybe you're like, I'm not sure if I can really do that, but dream it anyway. And then with this, each stumble, with each lesson they learn, listen, if you don't do anything, you can't learn the lessons, right? So we have to do a little something so that we can start to grow and succeed and start to earning money. Okay. We embrace growth with open hearts. So in other words, you remain teachable and trainable. And because of that, you're going to thrive. That's part of the reason why I tell you all the time, go on Pink Boot Camp, because if you grow and you're teachable and trainable, you will learn, you're going to grow. It's going to be a good thing. And then I love this part. So let the world their stories tell. Do you want to be like those of us who've been to big conferences? It's so fun to hear the stories. And then whenever, like if you've ever been at a church even, and they introduce the preacher or the evangelist. They have a intro for that person. That's the world telling their story. And how exciting would that be? Have you ever imagined that somebody might tell your story? For real. Like for real, for real. I don't know if y'all are the kind that are like, I want my story out there. I want to be on the front lines, on the front cover. Maybe that's not you. But here's the thing that I love about this, even the humble ones, even the ones who are like, I'd rather remain in the background. Guess what? There are people out there who need to hear your story because they're background people too. And they feel like they can't succeed because maybe they've never heard your story. They've never heard what things you've had to overcome. So that, I love that line. Let the world tell your story of the resilience and the grit, because that's what we are, especially here in Michigan. We are resilient and gritty people in the state of Michigan. Not to say that people who aren't on this call, who are watching this call, and maybe they don't live here. Since the pandemic, we've all become a little bit more resilient and gritty, so it doesn't really matter. But I just wanted to break that down a little bit because the next thing we're going to be doing is talking about affirmation. So I wanted you to think about like, well, what does that mean with regards to our champion unit? So before we get into a whole lot of, training or not training, but a whole lot of announcements, I just want to go into my training and get this in the way, I guess you could say. So first of all, does anybody on this call have an affirmation? Do you even know what an affirmation is? Anybody tell me? Well, how about this? Somebody tell me, what is an affirmation? And y'all will have to unmute, I guess. I'm going to ask everybody to unmute just in case you want to say anything. Maria, you know what an affirmation is?
Not really.
Okay. Anybody else?
Encouraging words.
Yes.
Clearly say that you believe.
Yeah, Maria says encouraging words. Elise, what did you say?
I say it's something that you repeat often and you believe in it, and then you act on it.
Yes, that's great. Both of those are really correct. They're both really, really correct. So basically, there are positive affirmations and there are negative affirmations. Okay, so what we're talking about are positive affirmations. Okay, and what we're going to do is talk about basically like, when I say affirmations, when I say positive, like we want to say, I am great, I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm this, everything comes after I am, right? But we also have negative affirmations, like we could say, I'm helpless. Nothing's ever going to be okay. Nothing ever works for me. Like we don't want those kind of affirmations, okay? So we're canceling those thoughts out right now. But if any of y'all want to write some notes, here's some things. So first thing we want to talk about is how to write an affirmation, okay? There are a few specifics or best practices when it comes to affirmation. Number one, you want to start with I am, okay? More often than not, you're going to see an affirmation beginning with I am because that helps us change our self-conception or perception of who we are. Whenever we share a quality about ourselves, we start with I am, right?
Yeah.
I'm tall, I'm short, I'm happy, I'm sad, there's positive and there's negative. So you want to start with I am. And so one of the things that I think is a great affirmation to say is I am worthy. Some of us have seen that movie, The Help, where she was like, you is this and you is that. So, what I say, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am smart, all those things that you can say. I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, and I am wise. Those are great affirmations to repeat to yourself in the morning. And when you repeat them, it's like you literally, while you're brushing your teeth, staring at yourself in the mirror, you're talking back to yourself and you're saying, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise. And listen, your body's going to be like, no, you ain't. Because you might not be. There are days I don't feel so healthy. but I'm still saying I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise. And we keep doing that until you start to believe it. You have to speak it to yourself. So here's the other thing. You want to use present continuous tense, okay, whenever possible. Affirmations are mostly in the present tense. Unless we are writing something about the future, you want to use present tense. So rather than saying something like, I choose to be kind to myself, you want to say, I am choosing to be kind to myself. There's a difference. I choose to be kind to myself, but you can always add a but, you know. I guess you could add a but to even the second one. I am choosing to be kind to myself, but I'm making a decision right now that I am choosing to be kind to myself because I am healthy. So today I'm making a kind decision, right? To eat better or to go work out or to get some sleep. You know, that's like for me, that's the biggest thing is I'm choosing to be kind to myself and going to bed on time. Okay. You know, rather than like 2 o'clock in the morning. So it says, although both of them are good affirmations, the second one makes it more real and in the present time. It feels that it's happening right at that moment when we're saying it, when we're reading it, when we're saying it, when we're writing it. Okay. It says, but don't try and force an affirmation to be in this tense, though. What matters most is that it should evoke the right feeling in you. So if you say it and it evokes the right feeling, and that right feeling might be that when you say it, that little devil on your shoulder is saying, no, you ain't. I want you to argue back with it and say, yes, I am. Shut up. You know, like, shut up. I am this. I will be. But, you know, you don't even say I will. I am. I am. It's something, I think I talked to you all before about this book that I'm reading about about habits. And they were saying how, and in the book, the particular thing was they were talking about a man who was trying to break the habit of smoking. And so in the book, he talked about where somebody would come along and say, do you want a cigarette? And, you know, it was the difference of I don't smoke or I am not a smoker. There's a difference in how you declare it. Because if you say, I am not a smoker, you have made the decision, I'm done. You know, versus I don't smoke right now. You know, only smoke when in social settings, you know, like these things come up. But if you say, I am not a smoker, you have made a declaration. And so it's the same thing with like other things that we do. So, you know, when you're trying to break habits, affirmations.
I know my clothes too much to smoke.
It can be good as well with breaking habits. Now, what do you want to do? You want to make them concise, okay? The key to affirmations is repetition. So you need to write affirmations that you can easily remember and say at any moment in time. Make them direct and focused on your goals. Don't try and mix up many things together or in the style of casual conversation. If you want to sleep better, then you just say, I'm welcoming deep, peaceful sleep, period. Boom, done. Or I go to bed on time. Or as my husband would probably tell me, I turn off the TV 30 minutes before I go to sleep. You know, like these are things that you can say to yourself. That doesn't really sound like a positive affirmation, but it is a declaration. It's a habit changer, you know, but I welcome deep, peaceful sleep. And you repeat this to yourself. Also be sure to add like words that give you emotion, like excited, relaxed, joyous, happy. So if you want to say, I'm excited to go to sleep on time, you know, I am more relaxed before I go to bed, you know, or things like that. Adjust to yourself. It says, which place are you in life? What is your current state of mind? Okay. So this is hard because some of us, we're in situations that are kind of hard. Like I'm saying some of this stuff and I feel Maxine's spirit coming through this screen. Like you keep talking about sleep, shut up and move on because Maxine doesn't get a lot of sleep, you know, and she does not have a choice in this matter right now, you know. And so it says, how easily can you switch to positive thoughts and generally agree with them, right? We're all in different stages of our journey, and our affirmation should fit our needs. So, you got to look at like, what's the simple goal that I can achieve right now? Because sometimes sleep ain't it. Okay. Sometimes wealthy isn't it right at that moment, but maybe it's the fact that you're doing more activity. I am talking to 5 people a day, or I meet one new person a day and tell them about my Mary Kay. These are things that you can say to repeat to yourself. Again, changing habits, or I am excited about talking. Here we go. Add that emotion in there. I'm excited about talking to one person a day about my Mary Kay business. And that might be all you can fathom right now. And that's not a bad thing, because smaller affirmations lead to bigger goals and bigger affirmations. Okay. But it says they must be towards a goal, but not in a way that we instantly reject them and feel worse afterwards. Oh my God, that's so true. Because you know what? If you instantly reject it and you feel bad, it's almost condemning rather than positive, right? So for example, someone who's going through a good phase in their life may have no problem saying the affirmation, I know I'm the best version of myself. But someone who's going through a tough time would require a little tone down and more empathetic affirmation, like, I am softly taking a step forward one day at a time. You see the difference? So, I'm feeling great. I know I'm the best version of myself. Yeah, I'm great. Woohoo, right? Yeah, that's not most of us. That is not most of us. Instead it's, I'm taking small steps every single day. I'm so proud of myself because I take small steps every single day. So you can affirm that you're moving forward, that you're doing something, So I want y'all to don't just like, oh, I can't write an affirmation because everything's not perfect. No, write the smallest possible affirmation you can write, if that's all you can do every day. Like for me, right now I'm listening to a whole self-talk thing about positive living. And there are times where I just feel like no one likes me, literally. And so I just be like, people like me. Like it sometimes is just like that. I'm likable. I am likable, and that might be all I could fathom that day because I'm feeling a little, kind of out of sorts. And so how to do the affirmations or practice them. So to really benefit from affirmations, they have to be practiced sincerely. For example, people build a habit of gratitude journaling. Anybody write in a journal or write down what they're grateful for?
Yes,
Cynthia,
I do. I do.
Yeah. And occasionally we do it. Sometimes there are people who are really committed to that. Like at the end of every day, you write down what you're grateful for. And you do that consistently. Affirmations are kind of the same way. And so you want to pick a time, first of all, okay? So you can say affirmations to yourself throughout the day, but to deeply practice them, it's important to dedicate time. Early morning and before you sleep is the best to do it. So like when you first wake up and just before you go to bed, almost like your prayers, right? Because if you're like most of us, am I the only one that like when you wake up, you just laying there in the bed and you're like, okay, thank you, God, I just woke up.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I do.
Right. Who, thank you. Who, I made it.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I got my feet on the floor.
Right. So you lay there in the bed and you're like, okay, good morning, God. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Bless my husband. Everybody that's leaving to go to work, bless them, blah, blah, blah. Thinking of those champion girls, how they doing today. Thank you, God, for keeping them, like you go through that. Well, here's the next thing. Get up and you go brush your teeth or you take a shower and you're in there and you're like reading your affirmations. Literally, y'all could take them and put them on a piece of paper and paste it to the mirror, and paste it to the mirror. And you can be like, okay, I am wealthy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am beautiful and I like people. Right? Because some of us in Mary Kay, they be like, I don't like people. I love that. That's my number one excuse that I love when I'm recruiting people. I love it when they tell me, but see, I don't really like people. And I'm like, this is so sad. Why don't you like people? You know? So, because that's kind of a requirement. You sort of need to like people to do Mary Kay. But here's the thing. There are some days, is it just me? Are there some days where you don't like people? Like,
Yes, I do.
right.
But
So,
I love them, but sometimes I just don't like them.
right. We have to love them with the love of God, but we like them
Yes,
from
you
afar. So I'm sitting here like, I gotta sometimes just be like, I'm waking up today and I like people. Yes. And I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna meet somebody today because I like them. God, who do you want me to see? And so those are the things. So number one, pick a time, morning and night. So when you first wake up in the morning and just before you go to bed, read your affirmations, repeat them to yourself. Start out with some simple ones and then really go for it. When you start feeling more confident, then add some extra stuff in there. I am so great, I'm working for a directorship. I am going to earn a car. Like you can put all that in there. I am getting in my red jacket, right? All those things to add in there. I am going to be a star consultant. But to start out, it might be, I am moving one step at a time. Because I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. Like it can be real simple. And then you're going to repeat those affirmations. So maybe you have a list of 10. You may have more, but there's no rule. Okay. But for the sake of the example, let's just pick 10. Now, what you do is you make sure to read or listen to this. This is the other thing. You can record it. Like take your phone. Everybody's phone has that app where you could record yourself. You could actually record yourself reading your affirmation and then play it back in the morning to yourself. So if you're worried about like other people in the house thinking you've lost your mind because you're like talking to yourself, don't worry about it. Just play it on the recording. Okay. Let yourself talk back to yourself about what you believe, and what you say that you are doing. So that's another way you can do it. You can either read them out. Now, if you're the type of like vocal, visual, hearing learner, I say do it all. They always talk about like, you hear, you see, you speak it out, you write it. So you might have to do all of those things to get it to solidify in your brain.
Oh, faith, 5 steps of faith.
Right. Is that what you say it again, Elise?
That's the 5 steps of faith.
Yes.
Speaking, believing, receiving, act on it. And what's the other one, Cynthia?
Wait.
Think, believe, receive, act on it, and
hear it.
Yeah.
So when you're repeating it, you're hearing it.
Yes, hearing is the first one. Yes.
Yeah. Remember last week I talked about like when you're doing self-talk to yourself, you want to ask what, who, where, how, but not why.
Right.
Okay. It's kind of the same thing with these affirmations. Everything, but just don't question it. Just don't question, well, why is this happening? No. We want to know how we're going to make it happen. We're going to know where we're going to do it, who we're going to talk to, when we're going to do it. So all of these things kind of work hand in hand. And then you want to do it in the right environment. So it says, find a place of silence and serenity to practice affirmation. So a lot of people will call that your prayer closet, right? You can also put on some, now I love this. I know I'm not going to do all this, but it says you can also put on some light meditative music. So some of you like to listen to music in the morning, right? Some of you listen to gospel or other music. If you're needing to kind of get yourself pumped up, you might have to listen to something a little bit more exciting at the time while you're doing your affirmations. But it says, or you can sit in nature. So like now that the weather's getting better, go out on your porch, sit outside and say your affirmations before your day starts. Go out in your backyard, open up a window and breathe fresh air, and blow out the bad stuff and bring in the good, right? Breathe deeply and bring yourself to a place of stillness. I wish Laverna was on here because she's probably our local meditator and she'd be able to really tell us why there's some, benefit to that. But she's on a cruise right now, meditating.
I know,
on the
right?
cruise. So we'll hear from her later. And then you want to place affirmations around yourself. So the funny part is, in Mary Kay, people are known to, as they call it, trash their house. They literally put affirmations everywhere. They'll write stuff and stick it on the wall. I remember when Connie, some of y'all have heard my 2 + 2 + 2 story, where Connie was like, I need you to do 2 + 2 + 2, which was, 2 appointments a week, $200 in sales, 2 recruiting interviews. And she was going to give me this great prize. And so, because I wanted to do it, I put 2 + 2 + 2 on my computer. I had it on my lamp by my bed, on my end table there. It was on a mirror in the bathroom. 2 + 2 + 2. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. Some of y'all heard the story, but I'm not gonna tell you what the prize was. It wasn't that great. She tricked me. She tricked me. But the prize was the fact that I learned how to be consistent. I made $200 a week for a whole month. So that's what, $800 when I wasn't barely doing anything. I had 2 appointments a week. So again, that's 8 appointments that I had in a month. And I talked to 8 people about the business. And I'm sure I recruited. This was so long ago. I was very young at the time. I was still in LA when I did all this. So I was in my 20s. But it worked. That was the real prize. She knew the little thing that she sent me was kind of silly, but it was the prize of that. But it was because I had it plastered everywhere, or I would have forgot. So it's why we do goal posters and things like that. So before I give y'all some potential affirmations that you might want to write down, I just want to know, does anybody have any questions about affirmations, or is there an affirmation that you already are like, oh yeah, I'm going to say this to myself daily? Anybody want to share? Y'all so quiet today.
Okay. You want me?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
All right. So I'm going to give y'all some affirmation ideas. Number 1, I am succeeding in life. Or how about this? I know I can achieve anything I want in life. I love that one. I know I can achieve anything. Why? Because we know we can do all things through Christ. You could add that, if you want to add God to your affirmation. Prosperity is flowing to and through me. Oh, I love it. Prosperity is flowing to and through me. I love that one. You know why I like that one? Because not only is the prosperity coming to me, but I want to be a philanthropist. I want to give. And so that is flowing right back out to where I want it to go. I love that. I am succeeding by attracting people who can help me. That's a good one. For those of you who are feeling like you're struggling meeting people, okay, I see a couple of y'all on here that I know we've had these discussions. Number 4 is critical. You need to add that to your affirmations. I am succeeding by attracting people who can help me. Okay. I know a positive attitude can bring success. I am full of vitality, my confidence, positive attitude, and self-belief are my biggest assets to take me a step closer to my success. Now, I don't know why she put that one in here, because that's way too long. But I like I am full of vitality, because so many of us feel so exhausted all the time. Cynthia even asked me today, and she could tell you how I sounded earlier. She's like, have you rested from your trip? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. And I know she's probably thinking, what is wrong with you? Because I was really sounding low, because I was still tired. I am feeling happy with who I am and can be. I love that. I love that. So those are just a few. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post this article that I found in the page, and I'll email it to you, Maria. Okay.
Okay.
Because I want you guys to read through this, find some other affirmations, and work on your own. Okay. Maybe next week we can share if y'all want to share maybe one really good one that you've been repeating to yourself. But the challenge this week is to do your affirmations. I'll say this because I know it's not easy, but before next Tuesday, at least say it to yourself 3 times. Okay? 3 times. All right, because I'd love to see if by doing this you start to feel better, feel more accomplished, feel more confident. Okay, so I will make sure to send this out so that you guys can grow from that. So anyway, let's go. So Shelly and Yvonne are here, and Elise, and I'm so excited. We got Maxine, we got Maria. Before we get going, I wanted to just introduce Maria. Maybe she can tell you why she's excited about her Mary Kay business. But Maria is a new team member, only a few weeks been on the team. She joined Sabrina Williams' team. So you guys give her a hand, say congratulations. Maria is a young, beautiful 29-year-old. And she found Sabrina on the website and signed up. Sabrina didn't even know she had a new recruit. Yeah. So it does work that you can actually have team members who sign up through your website. But Maria, why don't you tell them what you are most excited about with your Mary Kay business? Like, what are you looking forward to, I guess?
I'm just really excited about the journey, and I hope to find new customers and prospective people to buy my product. And I just like having my own business and working with cosmetics and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, you are in the right place. You guys give her a hand. I tell you, Maria has not been shy. She has lots of great questions. She's already begun selling. And I'm so very proud of her. We even got together and we did like a facial, and she got to try the new products from me. And so it's been really fun getting to know her. And I want to commend her again for getting on tonight, because I know this is not always so easy. She's got a lot going on in her life. But the fact that she was able to get on tonight, I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Maria. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do real quick. Let me share with y'all some quick announcements. So some of the things that are happening. Okay, we're almost at the end, y'all. It sounds really crazy and weird, but Maria, just for your sake, Mary Kay has 2 New Years. We got the January New Year, like everybody, like the rest of the world, but also Mary Kay starts over the year in July. So we are in our final 2 months of our year of awards and things that we're working on, our goals as a unit and individually. So our champion unit goals for year end, 300,000. You guys, this is our goal to hit the 300,000 club for the first time ever in our 3 years of being a unit. It would be really 4 years of being a unit. It will be really exciting if we did this. This is record breaking for us because we've never done it. Now we are at $183,881.50. So we got a ways to go. But if we all work together, we'll be getting way closer before the end of this month. In addition to that, we are Cadillac bound. Right now, we're getting closer to that equinox, and we can shut it down by the end of June. We have 23,000 and some change done. We got to hit 60 just to get there by June. So we'll see how that goes. Excuse me, I'm having a coughing fit here. In addition to that, Star Consultant. So somebody tell me, unmute, tell me what a Star Consultant is. Does anybody know? I got a bunch of stars or have been stars on this call. So somebody should know. What did you have to do to become a star?
I should know.
I know you were first time, like, when we did our
I
painting party.
know. At least $600 wholesale.
Well, so $600 is wholesale is part of it. when you
Uh-huh.
are working at doing 600 wholesale months or more every month, that will put you at Star Consultant. Star Consultant is how many months usually, you guys? Like, what's the period of time that they just start?
3 months.
3 months. So our Star quarter ends June 15th for this particular contest. What is the final wholesale number that you need to be considered a Star Consultant? Does anybody know?
1,800. I don't know.
Did you just say 1,800, Elise?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know. That's the answer. Yes, you guys give her a hand. She only been a star once and she knows what's required. So this is good. 1,800 wholesale though is how much retail? What do we actually want to sell during that 3-month period for it to be like even the more beneficial? I see people chiming in with
Twice
their,
as much,
who calculated it?
Twice as much as 8.
3,600.
3,600.
3,600. So basically what that is, 3,600 is the retail that ideally you want to sell in a 3-month period. And then guess what? 1,800 of it goes to the company for your wholesale so that you can become a star, and the rest of it goes in your pocket. Can y'all get excited about $1,800 in your pocket in a 3-month time period? Can we get excited about a little extra cash? I mean, seriously, y'all. I can. Okay. So here's our standings right now. Look at, you guys see your face on this? I see a lot of people. Okay, so I have achieved Ruby Star so far. So I am already a Star Consultant. We're looking for 9 more before June 15th. I'm $270 away from Diamond. But look at this. Shelly is like steps away, 188. We have Suzanne, who is a brand new consultant. She's also on the board. Elise is on the board, y'all. Elise, you can shut this down. Okay, we've seen you do some miracles. You were further away last quarter when you became a star, and you needed like so much at the end. You are 966.20 away, and you still have like a month. Well, really about a month. So, because we got these 2 weeks and we got 2 weeks into June. So you could shut this down, Elise, with just a little extra effort.
Okay.
Cynthia, same thing, 995 away. Look at this. These 2 powerhouses right here, they gonna do it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Maxine, look who's on the board. Maxine's on the board. Yvonne's on the board. Listen, y'all, there's a potential that we can have so many stars coming out of this quarter. All you got to do is just do a little work, see the faces. So 9 more stars, 5 reds. This is one of the other things we're looking at, is ladies moving up into red. But the thing is, when you become a star, we're going to be shopping with the stars. So if you were able to go to seminar with us in Dallas, you can shop with us. If you're not, but you become a star before June 15th, you will get a gift card from me so that you can shop here, okay? Or from wherever you're at, all right? So, because I know like somebody like Yvonne who cannot go because she's got another conference at the time. Yvonne's going to be hitting the biggest, bestest mall in Kalamazoo or wherever she's going for the conference. She might take her card and shop somewhere else. But, so that is that. Let's see, what else do we have? Soar like never before. We got our Soar bracelet. This is for 600 wholesale, like Elise was talking about. When you do a $1,200 month and you put in your 600 wholesale, you earn this beautiful butterfly bracelet. And then also remember, you guys, we do the coloring contest, which gives you a chance to just recognize the activity that you do. We call them IPAs, income producing activity. We want to do stuff that's going to make us money and meet us people or get us in front of people. That's why we do this little fun coloring contest. Even as adults, we can color. Listen, they have older folks who color just to keep their mind sharp. Well, we want to color so we can keep our money sharp. Okay, so that's what we got to do. So those are our May contests. We also have the 6 most important things game. This is where if you do that 600 wholesale, in the month of April, May, and June, plus Great Star qualified. So right now we have 2 ladies. Oh, shoot. I still didn't do it. Cynthia, Shelley, I'm so crazy. I see you looking at me. I was like, I'm missing something. There's something I needed to update. This was it. All right. If you know you did 600, ignore this in the month of April. Just know that you're also on target. Okay. I will fix this. But anyway, when you do 600, these 3 months, plus have your 3 Great Star qualified recruits by June 30th, you can get a free red jacket. So I know Cynthia Shelley's on here. Who else? Did anybody else on this call do 600? Okay. I'm trying to remember. Elise, did you do 6 in April? Did she do 6?
I did 6 in April.
Okay, so Elise is on here too. All right.
I'm just on target. Yes, I'm on target
Okay.
at least.
I'm crazy. I will fix it. I promise y'all. See, Cynthia, this is why I need your help, because this kind of stuff that won't happen once you come help me, because it's already going to be on there. Because Cynthia will be like, look, you didn't fix the template. So anyway, 100 Faces contest. Again, any faces that we see, we're going to put this in. We're probably like maybe down to this 3rd line right now. I got to add in some more circles here, but we got a ways to go for our beautiful consultants to win. Oh my gosh. Can y'all see it? I got to figure out where to put this thing with my crazy background. All right. There it is. See this cute purse? This is the purse I'm giving away for consultants who see faces. So you see faces, you turn in the sheet to me by taking a picture of the filled out sheet or texting it to me. Your faces get entered in the contest. If they win $100 in free product. And if your customer wins, you win the bag. Okay. Very cute purse with the Mary Kay mascot, the bumblebee on it. Okay. So that is that. What else? We got a little script for inviting people, but basically you're just going to let them know that you're excited because your Mary Kay team is combining to treat 100 customers to free beauty sessions. When we do that, we do a drawing for 1 lucky customer to win a $100 gift pack of Mary Kay products. And when my customer wins, I win too. Is there any reason why you couldn't help me with this contest and let me borrow your face? I promise I'll give it back even more beautiful than you already are. So it's my little corny script that you can text out to people to get them to book faces with you. And when I say a face, I'm talking about like you're doing a facial. All right, y'all ready to see who our queen is? I am so excited, and I'm so glad that she was able to make it onto the call. Congratulations, Shelly Neville's Esther. She sold a $619 retail week. But I also want to talk about these royals. Look at this. Cynthia Griffin had a $520 retail week. These ladies are top 2 leaders. They have been working their business this past week. We also had Rebecca Sullivan, who had a $58 week, and then myself, $272. And I know I could have sold the satin hands or something to get to 300, huh? I know y'all could beat me up. I understand. So what I want to do is, Shelly, are you in a position yet where you can talk to us, or are you still in the other meeting?
Yeah, I'm done with the meeting. I'm just not camera ready. So
okay, no problem. So tell us, Shelly, what happened this week? I want to know a couple things. How did you have this awesome week? And then secondly, I want to know what you were doing in the month of May and leading into June to help you shut down some of your goals that you're reaching for before the end of the seminar year.
okay. So for this week, Cynthia and I, we did Black Bottom Business Expo. That was great. Got quite a few names and, sold products. So that was really cool. There were, we met some really great people there. And then, there were a lot of dignitaries there. And something I was excited about was passing my cards to some of the dignitaries. So I talked to the mayor for a while and I gave him a card. And I also talked to Mary Sheffield, the president of City Council. And she said, Mary Kay, ooh. So that was nice. And like the Lieutenant Governor, Garland Gilchrist, he came around, he was talking to everybody. I've met him a few times. He's like, I met you before. I was like, yeah, you have. And so when I was talking to him, I also gave him a satin hand sanitizer. I said, I think you could probably use this.
Mhm.
And so I gave him that in a card, and he was like, "Thank you so much." So he was tickled. So I was trying to network too.
That's
But
it.
yeah, but I mean, people they were really great, and like Cynthia will probably say, there was some people they were like, I have to get something from both of you all because they were trying to be, want to support both of us. And so that was, I think we did really well tag teaming.
Mhm.
So that was good because, I may have something she didn't have. She may have something I didn't have, or I may know about something she knows about. She may know something about something I don't know about.
Mhm.
And so that was really cool. They're going to do it again next year, and it's going to be on Juneteenth, and
Okay.
it's going to be even bigger. So it's going to be pretty awesome. And like that, I did pretty well there. But then that evening, a young lady called me, and I had been talking to her mom. We've been going back and forth trying to get together to give her a facial, but she's taking care of her mother, who's, I think she said she's 103. She's
Wow.
something like that. And so she is always concerned about germs being in the house. So she had been kind of going back and forth about trying to get a facial, but she's always asking about information. And her daughter called me. It was like, oh, goodness, about 8, 9 o'clock, the day before Mother's Day. She said that her mom had said that she wanted something, was something she wouldn't normally get for herself. And
Mhm.
so she ended up getting a repair set. And she lives in Houston. Her husband was here for he was here for business. So he came over like about 10:30 and picked up a repair set for his mom. And that kind of really took me over the top. I mean,
Mm.
for her mom. So that was cool. Then I also had some reorders. I had some skincare reorders and some makeup reorders.
Cool.
So
Cool.
and then I have an event coming up next week.
Mhm.
That's going to be I think it's on the 25th, and that's supposed to be at least 10 ladies, but there may be more. And then
Mhm.
we'll be going to Atlanta this weekend because my nephew's graduating from Morehouse, and
Mhm.
we're going to be in a I think it's a 9 bedroom Airbnb. So everybody up in there getting a facial.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what's going to happen. I mean, some of them I already know about Mary Kay, but I said I think we're going to be there for about 4 days. So
Mm.
everybody's going to get some kind of pampering going on while I'm there.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like she's going to definitely shut down her goals for the month of
Oh yeah.
May with
Oh
such
yeah.
an amazing week. She's probably going to shut down that star before the end of this week. But I think,
Mm.
having upcoming events, all of that. Is there anything in particular, like Shelly, how are you finding your like events, your vendor things? Like, what are you doing to
Now
find?
Cynthia found that one that we just did, the black bottom. Cynthia
Mm.
found that one, and then the event that I'm going to have next week. That's it's a Delta event,
Okay.
and
Okay.
so that's what's happening next week. And then last week was the some friends of mine, they sponsored the Detroit Kentucky Derby party.
Okay.
And so that's who I did all the gift certificates for.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll hear something from them. And I made those, they don't expire until next year. So.
Okay. Okay. So what I love is that she is working with her network. Okay. So those of you who do have a network, don't discount it. Like, be bold and ask for help. Ask for what's going on. Stay connected. If you don't have a network and you have the opportunity to maybe join groups or join clubs or whatever, do it. Like, I've gotten back involved in one of the clubs that I've been in for years that I kind of stepped away from for a while. And I'm like, well, we need to get back busy. And with that, I've already had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like connections just like that with different things, because I'm starting to get back involved with some other things. And so I think that's great. Shelly, I got one more question for you. How'd the football basket go?
Oh, I've gotten quite a few names with that. And actually I used that during the Black Bottom business festival, business expo too, because anytime I saw anybody with kids or see a kid, I was like, hey, you like football? And then I give them a bracelet, and then and I ask the mom, hey, you want to enter to win something? And they're like, yeah. And actually, there were teenagers who wanted them too. I was surprised teenagers wanted them. And then I actually got a couple of guys numbers, some very young guys. I thought they were children, but they were like 21 and
Mhm.
22, and
Mhm.
they were interested in having something done about their skin too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they put in they filled out a slip too.
Awesome, awesome. So Maria, just so you know, so Shelly has this cute little soft basket that she got from the dollar store that had looks like a football. And when the draft came, because Shelly's son actually right now is working out with the Green Bay Packers, he got picked as a free agent to work out with them and hopefully get picked for the team.
He got signed. He already signed. He signed
Yes!
like a week or two ago. Yeah, that's what he did. He signed on the same day of the draft. He signed.
Okay, because I know Fred had made the comment to me that he had gone back for the second week, and so that's like a good sign. And so I wasn't sure if it was like official. So that's so exciting.
Yeah, he's on the roster. If you look at the roster, he's on the roster.
Yay, you guys. Woo. Okay, that's major. Okay. But needless to say, so she was down at the draft with her football basket, passing out fun samples and things and getting names. And so Maria, like a great idea when you're out and about, and you're able to finally get some samples, like even lip gloss samples. You could, get the little lip glosses and hand them out to people and get their names back. So these are some ideas, you guys, that, take it from one of our top people in our unit. She works that thing really well. So whether it's brochures, samples, whatever, you hand something, you get something. I think that's something to learn from that, and work with your network. That's what it sounds like she's doing. So Cynthia, so you guys, first of all, give her a hand, because that week, woohoo, $619. Hey, that's like over $300 in profit. How exciting is that, right? Okay, so Cynthia, tell us, you had a $520 week. Wow. Tell us what happened. What'd you do?
Okay, so last Thursday I did a Mother's Day pamper session, and I want to say 12 to 13 of them actually did the pampering, but there was like 20 of them there, and then there were workers there. So almost everybody did the satin hand set though. So I did get a chance to get everybody to at least try the satin hand set. However, even the other ladies who chose not to do the pamper session because there were other things that they offered them that was going on, they came back in at the end and I got everybody's phone number. So I do have everybody's name and phone number, which that's one of the things that I gotta finish following up on. But so I guess I'll try to go in order. So one of the workers, she bought a satin hand set from me at the event. So that was the first thing. And then Saturday, when Shelly and I teamed up and did the Black Bottom business, as she stated, our first sales was a gentleman who is actually, I think, MOD to the pastor. That's who I think he is. He bought something from both of us, which was really nice, and they kind of kicked it off. And then after that, I got some more, a couple of sales. Some like young people was like, "Well, I didn't get anything for my mom. What do you have?" So that was cute. And one lady was like, "Oh, I needed the ammonia night cream," so that was good. And just like Shelly, which I forgot to mention this. So while I was there, as soon as I got there, one of my customers, which also used to be on my team, but she's not anymore, Dr. Murphy, text me and say, "Is it too late to get 2 of those bouquets?" And I'm, of course, like, nope, texting her back. I said, "I'm at an event, at a vendor show. I'll be done at 4 and I'll call you when I'm on my way home." Well, this was kind of interesting because she said, she texted me just as I was driving home, "Oh, unfortunately, I'll have to cancel." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then she texted me back. So, "Well, I just didn't want to inconvenience you." I texted her and said, "No inconvenience at all." I'm like, "Nope." I'm like, "I go home and make both of those." And so she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, if you still," I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm still good." I went home, made 2 bouquets and delivered them to her at about 7:15-ish. So that was an additional So I charged her $50 and she gave me 60,
Mm.
which kind of
Well,
worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually kind of worked out because the things that I put in there were actually worth $66.
Mhm.
So that kind of worked out. I just didn't want to have to like slow around finding something else. I
Mhm.
didn't like the way other things looked in there, and I'm all about, I'm not going to give you something I wouldn't want.
Yeah.
So I didn't like the way some of the other products looked in there that would have been more, close to that price. I didn't
Mhm.
like the way they looked in there. So
So
that
Cynthia,
kind of
let me
worked out.
stop you for a second. So Maria, just so that you know, when she's talking about bouquet, Cynthia loves to do gift baskets and different things like that for gift service. And so she makes these things that look like, it actually looks like a bouquet of flowers, but instead it's got product in it. And so that's what she's talking about. So she probably put what, like some body care products, I would assume.
Right. Yeah, I put some body so you remember the lavender set? I put
Mhm.
that in one of them, and then I put the fresh scent wash and lotion
Nice.
in the other one. And
Okay.
I actually do put flowers in it. Of course, they're artificial flowers, but I put flowers in it, and then I put the products in front of it.
Mhm.
And roll it up into a bouquet. Like when you
Cool.
go to the store and they roll them up and put them in the paper, that's what I
Mhm.
do, and put a bow on it and everything. So that's what I did.
Nice.
So the most exciting thing that happened with my $520 was yesterday. I got a text from one of the ladies that was at the Mother's Day event. And she was like, "Oh, hey, I want to get some things from you, but I had ordered because I went on your site and I saw that the set that I wanted, the ultimate set, is 150, and I wanted some other things too, and I couldn't afford all of it. So I went on to Amazon, and Amazon had it for less." And I was like, "Say what?" Long story short, I pulled her back from Amazon. She's returning the Amazon one, and she said she'd rather buy it from me.
Mhm.
I said, well, for one, you're not sure who that person is that's selling it. Two, no, the first thing is we don't have a contract with Amazon. So I don't know why people are trying to sell on Amazon. We don't have a contract with them. But you don't know who that person is. You don't know if it's old, all, those types of things. And you can try before you buy with me, like we did. And if it doesn't work for you, then I can for free bring you something else to try out. She said,
Mhm.
well, I've bought Mary Kay before. She said, I actually bought the bag. It sounds like she was at somebody's one of the uh directors places 10 years ago,
Mhm.
because she said she went to the site and she bought the bag and everything, but she never did anything with it other than the fact that she liked the bag and she liked the products.
Mhm. Mhm.
So long story short, she wind up buying $304 worth of products. I
Mhm.
gave her a discount because she was part of the party. And of course, when we do parties, we give a discount.
Mhm.
So, and she already wants other things, and she wants to take things to sample because she's going away on Monday. And she
Mhm.
asked me, would I mail to her mom and her grandmother in North Carolina? I said, yes, ma'am. I have other customers in other states. So this is truly going to be a reoccurring customer. And just
Nice.
before I got on, she asked me for one of the products that she wants, would I show her how to do it? And as we're doing it, she would gladly model and take her picture, let me take her picture and post it. I
Mm.
was like, for sure, yes, we can take picture and post. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So you guys, what I think is great is same thing. Cynthia is seeing the faces. And because she's seeing the faces, she's getting results. You
Mhm.
know, a lot of times we don't make the money because we're not seeing enough people. And so Cynthia is seeing people and making money. I also like the fact that she salvaged, a lot of times when we hear stuff like that, like, oh, they went to Amazon and whatever, it can be very, um, you know, disappointing. I'd say all the time, some of these ladies know, as a director, I'm in different groups on Facebook, and even some of y'all might be in different groups on Facebook that have to do with Mary Kay. There's one called Let's Talk Pink, and I happen to be in one for directors. And a lot of these Facebook groups, just like every other Facebook group that's on, stuff, it's a bunch of whiners a lot of times. Oh, I saw Mary Kay on Walmart, or I saw Mary Kay on Amazon. We need to report these people and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, just do your business. Just Mary Kay will handle that. Okay. But you get discouraged because you see this kind of stuff and you're like, oh, everybody's buying Mary Kay from Amazon or Walmart or whatever. Cynthia did not let that sway her. She provided great customer service. She gave this woman a one-time discount, because when it comes down to it, she's not going to come back and buy $300 again. And so the next time she comes back and purchases from Cynthia, Cynthia can probably get full payment on that stuff. She won't have to discount every time, a lot of times you can give people fun gifts and things and it will suffice for the stuff. But a lot of times people are just buying from those places because everybody buys everything from Amazon now. And it's like, oh, Mary Kay's on here, I'll just get it. Well, it's not allowed. Mary Kay's not supposed to be sold on Amazon. It's not supposed to be sold on Marketplace on Facebook. It's not supposed to be sold on Walmart's Marketplace, Poshmark, any of those places. You, like Cynthia said, you don't know how old that stuff is. You don't know what the situation is. You don't know if it's fraudulent. There's all sorts of things that could be happening. And so with that in mind, you just have to educate your customers, and I think it's great, Cynthia, that you were able to capture that, keep her happy, help her out. Sounds like she's got, trust in you, and that is wonderful. And this is what we want to do. She didn't go like, oh, shame on you. You shouldn't buy from Amazon. Then be like, oh, like if you're the customer, you're like, oh, scary Mary Kay. You don't want to be scary Kay. Okay. You want to be Mary Kay. And so don't be scary Kay, just to educate. Just educate. Just say, this is kind of the situation. And if you want to support a small business owner, buy from me. I'll even give you a deal this time because I understand the trouble that you're going through with this, having to return.
That's great. Yeah, Cynthia, as a matter of fact, when I came back to work, they told me that you were talking about the mites on the eyes. The sister friends that I support, yeah, they were talking, they remembered that. Yeah. So that's the way I work. Yes, who you're talking about, right? Sister friends?
Yes, yes.
That's
yes.
awesome.
And that was the other thing. I did forget that one of the young ladies that I talked to, she had said she had put on her survey, she checked all the boxes that she was interested in. And at the very bottom, she put, I'm interested in learning how to do my own business online through Zoom. And I was like, okay, cool. So I called her first that night. Well, she got on the SOS that night because that was Thursday. She got on the SOS that very night. She liked it. She even interacted with Christy and Celeste. I was like totally excited. She was like, and then she texted me back, thank you so much for inviting me. This was awesome. But just like Max just said, it's confirmation for you. It was confirmation for me. Yes, I've been in it a little bit longer than some of you, or I've had some success. However, you still get uncomfortable or feel a little like, okay, when I have a drought and I haven't talked to people in a little while, I feel really good that I talked to that many people in the room by myself. And I said the correct things to the point when Celeste and Christy were talking, they said the exact same things, the same way I did. And I was like, oh my God. Though I didn't forget, I did say it right. And even the young lady was like, yeah, they were talking about those same things you were. I was, yes. So
Yes.
that made me feel good that I remembered, even though it was a room full of people and they were all talking, but I was able to hold their attention. And the workers and the guests came up to me and was like, this was awesome. I learned a lot. And that's why Michelle called me.
Mhm.
That was the lady from yesterday. She said, I remembered all the things you said. And she was like, yeah, that's the reason I called you. So
Mhm.
Yeah, so
That's
that
good.
explains why I am a novice, because I've been talking to those girls. I couldn't capture them like you did. And so good luck with that. Yeah, because I've been trying to talk to them all the time because I
Mhm.
work with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Uh-huh.
difference, I guess, Max, what was interesting about Cynthia, because Cynthia was thinking about doing a facial party, and we talked about it, and I said, well, it sounds like you are the guest speaker, so you got to do this thing fast and quick. Stand at the front of the room, educate them on
Yeah, but I
skincare,
knew, I'll get
do a
there
little
with
bit,
that
yeah,
eventually.
do a
Yeah.
little bit on the back of the hand, and get them interested.
well,
Mhm.
let me give you a quick way to start with that, Max. This is what I did at the jewelry store, because in the jewelry store it's very small in the back. Like we have a little bathroom and we had a little space. So I would literally ask one lady at a time, because of course we all can't be off the floor at the same time. But you literally, like, if it's lunchtime or even before lunch, say, hey, can you help me out? I have to do so many faces in the month, and I'm trying to do 5 this week. I just want to ask you, can you try this out on the back of your hand? If you want, you can try it on your face and just go in the bathroom and wash it off. That's exactly what I did. That's how I got faces at the jewelry store while I
Mhm.
was at work, literally. And I
Yep.
did it on their lunch, and I didn't take up a lot of their time. I said, just try this out real quick,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
You did the
okay, go rinse
satin
it off.
hands on it? You did the satin hands, or you did the facial? What did
I
you?
did both. It just depended on who it was and what they would allow me to do.
Mhm.
I based it
But you
off of
put the,
what they were comfortable with doing.
you put the facial on their hands, though, right? You told them to try it on their hands.
There were a couple of them was like, no, I'm gonna try it on my face. Even
Oh,
like at the event, there were ladies that were like, I came in full makeup. I'm not taking nothing off. And when they saw everybody else doing it, the one young lady, she went in the back. She said, I took mine off. I went on and did it. I was like, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you once
yeah,
people get
yeah. Because
comfortable with
I've been
you,
talking to them, but I don't have that spill like you have. I'm
What you
still
do,
learning.
Mac?
No, I
probably
don't.
Maxine.
2 years ago when I did that with the ladies at the at the jewelry store. That's why you find the person you're comfortable with, and then you just start. That's just one person
Right
you
there.
work with. You start
Yeah.
with that person, and they'll tell somebody else.
Yeah.
Or when you get to the next person, you say, you know what, so and so liked it, and they'll say,
Mhm.
really? Oh, wait,
Yep.
yeah, I'm trying to.
Yep. Yeah,
You
Max,
know,
to ditto what she's saying. So when I was working, back when I was younger doing this, I would tell people, I would always, make my director the bully, right? And I would say, I have this challenge and I have to show people, this week, this satin handset. And I would literally be like, can you come in the bathroom and try this? And it was because my director said I have to do this. And they would come in and we would do satin hands. I never did really hand facials because that wasn't the thing back then. But now it is. Like on Thursday, I am going to have lunch with the lady who wants a hydrating sheet mask pack. Like she got to try one and she wants the whole pack. And so she's like, can we do lunch on Thursday? I'm like, absolutely. And I said, hey, is there anything else that you might be interested in? That, she's like, well, it's been a while since I've done Mary Kay, but I really would like to see some skincare and everything. I said, how about this? I'll bring 2 different sets. We can try them on the back of your hand at lunch. So
Oh,
I will be rolling up in there with a couple of little wipes from the dollar store, my
yeah.
little sampler strips. I'll be like, boom, 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 boom on one hand, boom, 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 boom on the other. We're going to have her compare, see which one she likes, and hopefully she'll buy a set.
Okay, great. Because
You
I have
know,
someone at the job that's contemplating on having skincare. And she was like, I gotta get, she first was talking about the CC cream because she had a, a consultant, but she moved out of state or whatever.
mhm.
And she said, but I really need to get my face cleaned up. So I was like, oh, okay. So
Mhm.
I need to take that down there to her. It's on my
Yeah,
job. So
yeah.
yeah.
And here's the thing, Maxine, you don't
And
need
I
the
can give her a
perfect
scent.
words.
I'm sorry.
You don't need the perfect words.
Okay.
If you're gonna show her the repair set, which is the one that you use,
Mm-hmm.
all you gotta do is tell her what you do in the bathroom. So the
Okay.
first thing that I do in the morning when I use this is I wash with this cleanser, and it's foamy, and you tell her what you think
Mm-hmm.
about it.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is what it does, and this is how it feels. And then I got to put on this lifting serum, and it's been helping me stay tight. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
like,
trying.
look, all you have to do is look at her and
Yeah.
just look at me. I mean, I'm not trying to be haughty, but look at me. That's what you need to
But you
tell
look
her.
good.
Because Max, I know you don't. This is where the affirmation comes in.
Yeah.
I am beautiful and ageless. That's what you
So
need
much
to
better.
say. Because people
Yeah.
do not
Okay.
believe you when you tell them your age. That's what you got to say. Just say,
Oh,
girl,
I work with that all the time.
that's all you got to say. Okay.
Work
And
that in.
you just tell them what you do in the bathroom. You do not need the perfect words to say right now.
Okay.
Just practice talking to people. I promise you.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Not try it. I'm gonna do it.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So to finish up this meeting, Cynthia, you guys give her a hand because I asked her and Shelly both to share with y'all tonight.
Thank
Because again, they have great information, great ideas, and great things that they're doing. And so I pray that you hear what they're saying, take the pieces that you can work with and work with them. Okay, let's act on the things. So the last few things I want to share with y'all. First of all, Great Start Club. That is this beautiful pen right here that you can earn when you do your bonuses. We got some ladies on the call who have earned bonuses, but basically this is where we are right now. So we have Diane, who is already on her way to earning her first bonus. Suzanne and Louise are on their way to earning their second. And then Yolanda, Legina, and Lorianne. Yay, Lorianne, Shelly, Lorianne put in the order. They're on their way to their first bonus. And then Shamika Kellum is on her way to her first bonus. And there's a lot more people on here that can also earn bonuses, including Maria. Maria is also on her way when she begins her first order. So we are slowly working on it, but we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. Y'all send some prayers Maria's way because she has been selling, and we're going to try and shut this down before the end of the month. So let's see what else. Okay, the seminar. I'm me and Fred the only ones registered right now, but I know y'all are working on it. My roommates in the Airbnb are Cynthia and her husband, so I know it's a done deal. They're going to register eventually. But I want to invite other people to come with us. So if you have this time available, if you can come in July, consider coming. You could save a little money because you could dip in on our Airbnb. There's like an extra bed. Okay. So if you want to come, talk to me. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out how we can get you there. Okay. But that's all I'm going to say about seminar right now with that. But win big for seminar. Okay, so let's talk about what we can win. First of all, y'all notice the Duchess Court, we have 4 people who have already earned their Duchess Court ring for seminar. The little pink ice ring, that is Shelly, Cynthia, Teresa, and Maxine with a 10,000 retail year already so far. So Max, this ring is already yours. Okay, it's already yours. Yeah, you didn't even know you won. On target are James, Elise, and Laverne. So you guys are on target for earning this ring at the Duchess Court level. I've earned the Bumblebee ring for Duchess Court of Sharing with my 6 or more qualified. I think I have 8 qualified for the year. And on target for Princess Court is Shelly, Teresa, and Cynthia towards 20,000 retail. And when they earn it, they not only get the ring, but they also get the earrings, and they also get this beautiful pink ice necklace to go with. I'm trying to flip it around. Jeez, I can't do it. There we go. They get the necklace to match as well. I earned it already. I earned this whole set because I did Princess Court. Yay, woo! And I'm on target for Princess Court of Sharing. Look at what you get for the shearing court. You get the bumblebee earrings.
Oh, wow.
You get the
I like
ring.
those earrings.
Aren't they cute?
Yes,
And you get
Yeah.
the bumblebee necklace. It has a bumblebee.
I like the
on
necklace,
top.
but I'm partial to those earrings.
Okay. So here's the thing. You got to do Princess Court to earn those
I
earrings
know.
for Princess Court and
I'm
Sharon.
going to do Princess Court.
And Cynthia is working on DIQ. So it is a possibility, girl. It is a possibility. Lastly, I am on target for the Queen's Court ring that comes from the country, that big, massive, huge ring that like takes up half my finger. And then there's the Queen's Court of Sharing as well. So I know it's May. Some of y'all are like, I'm nowhere near this. But listen, you could still win big this year. Like all of these ladies and gentlemen that are on here, these are like our top tenors, you guys. Y'all are doing it big. You might not realize it, but you are. Okay, so here we go. Anchor pins. So this is that, Maria, this is the pin that we strive to earn from our national sales director.
I'm on target.
Yeah, you see, y'all see where y'all at? I had to put
Jesus.
this out because I want y'all to see. So there's this anchor pin that goes in the middle, right? So we got Elise, Laverne, and James, who are all on target for earning this anchor pin. And look, so let's talk about this on target real quick, Elise, because I want you to know this. All right, so remember you needed about like, 966 or something to get to star.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you are 2755.50 retail away from your anchor pin. Now, if we take that, because that's the retail amount, what you actually have to do to get to your anchor pin, divide that by 2, is $1,377.75 by June 30th, not June 15th.
Wow.
Okay, so you got like 966 towards June 15th for star. That leaves you $411.75 to get done by June 30th. Elise, not
Yeah.
only can you be a star, but you could get
You
your
got
anchor
that, Elise. You got
Oh,
that.
first time.
No, I got that.
Right?
You got that.
That's what I'm saying. This is a done deal.
Anthony Brown, you got that.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. So earning their on target for their single enhancer, because here's the thing. Shelly, Cynthia, Teresa, and Maxine all have this anchor pin. Did you get your anchor pin?
Oh, see, I don't have that anchor pin.
I think I got it. I don't know.
Okay, look for it because I want you to start wearing it. See how I wear mine? I want
Yeah.
you to have your anchor pins on. Okay. Now
Okay.
Cynthia has earned her enhancer previous year. Shelly has her enhancer from the previous year. They're working on a second year of Princess Court. So everybody who earned anchor is on target for this enhancer to go for Princess Court. So let's look at it. So Cynthia, $59.59 retail away, half of that. Shelly, 4,014, half of that. Okay, all this by June 30th. Max, you're at $98.69 retail away from getting your enhancer. Okay, half of that wholesale. But what I absolutely love is that Max, you shut this anchor down this year, and that is amazing because that shows growth. Okay, and it shows growth because you don't think you've done much, but we know you've done some stuff because I have weekly accomplishment sheets to prove it. Okay. Yeah. So I want y'all to be proud of where you're at. That's why I wanted to show this. Now, if you think you got it in you to push to the end, keep going because some of y'all might finish with this. Okay. Some of y'all might be. Listen, if you become a director, this is automatic.
Oh, well, I'm going to get one in.
For being a director. And this thing is heavy. It is heavy and it's pretty. And it gives people to notice you. They'll be like, where you get that from? Yeah, everybody know. Everybody know. So Pink Boot Camp. I saw some of y'all on Pink Boot Camp this weekend. Good job. Anybody want to share like one thing they might have learned this weekend? Anything that my pastor does this to us. Like when we come, what did you learn that last Sunday? Or, and I was like, oh my God, we're supposed to retain the word.
I know.
Some of us forgot to take notes. I don't know what you said. I'm supposed to retain the word. And it just go in and out. But anybody remember anything they learned from Pink Boot Camp or anything that, if not, I'm gonna get you next week. All right, all right. So just make sure you're on, okay? June 15th, apparently, they got me teaching. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still waiting on Kim George to call me and tell me what I'm supposed to do. But I'm supposed to teach on June 15th. So phew, pray for me. Okay. What else is happening? Upcoming events. So you heard Cynthia talk about it, SOS on Thursdays. That's a Zoom skincare class. So you can invite people to join that. And the Zoom number is right here. So if you need that information, take a snapshot of this. If you're on Facebook, there are events that happen in the Hello Beauty Insiders group, also on Facebook. And on Saturday, that SOS event happens after Pink Boot Camp. So you could like be on Pink Boot Camp and then hop back on to the SOS. So there's some of these fun things that are happening for the rest of May. Remember also, we have our weekly meetings. And if you have the possibility to be able to come on the fourth Monday, May 20th at 12 o'clock, we'll be having our meeting here at my house. And then Self-Care Sunday happy hour in June. On June 9th, we're doing pedicures, y'all, up here at our place in Grosse Pointe. So if you want to invite people to join in, this is the scan code for you to scan and sign up for a job at the event. And then everybody just pays $10 so we can help offset the cost of the food. So that's how that goes. Here's an invite that you can use to send to your guests. And I'll be putting these things in the Facebook group and sending them out. So that is that. So before we get off, wanted to open up for we got 4 minutes before 9 o'clock. Anybody have any questions, anything that you need handled right now that maybe you want to ask for the sake of the group?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have been talking to people about Mary Kay and giving them my card. And so is that considered, what is that considered?
Oh, what?
Yeah, give them and then they say that they're gonna look at, ordering something. Is that talking about the business, or do I need to go more in depth with the business?
I see.
So if you hand a card out, do you get the number back or just handing the card out?
Well, handing the card out.
Okay. So you are talking about the business. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Every time you do that kind of stuff, you are talking about the business. So don't discount that. What you want though is to get the control of that, because even the nicest people, even the ones who show the most excitement, a lot of times they won't follow up. And it's because life gets busy. Think about your own self. You're at the mall and you see a beautiful candle at a store and you're talking to the sales lady and you're in your mind, you're thinking, I need this candle, but I got to wait until I get paid. And then you never go back. And if that girl was standing there waiting for you to come back, she would surely be disappointed, Right. But what's different about Mary Kay is if we can get their name and number, then it gives you the control. And it's not so much that you're being spammy and driving them crazy. It's more of like, hey, you know what? Remember we met the other day at Target and I just wanted to reach back out to you to find out if you had any questions. You are providing a service by following up with them. A lot of times my customers, they'll be like, oh my God, you called me right at the right time. Oh, thank God you called, because I've been calling you for 2 weeks. This is what I get all the time. I've been calling you for a month. You have? I ain't even heard the phone ring because they never picked it up. They were waiting for me to call them. And when I finally called them, they're like, okay, you got me. So let me just get this done now, because if I wait another 2 weeks, it's not going to get done. Right. So the follow-up is the success is in the follow-up with people. So the way you get the name, real simple, don't ask them. Just tell them to give it to you. I know that sounds crazy. Okay. Hand them a book or a card. Hey, can I give you my business card? Oh, Mary Kay, yeah, sure. And you say, great. Pull that little notebook out. Cynthia got one, little itty bitty notebook. Pull it out. Hey, put your name and number right here. Or how about this? Don't even make them write it, because then you look back and you can't read their handwriting.
Yeah.
I get the notebook and I'll be like, hey, what's your name and number so I can give you a call?
Okay.
Give me your name and number and I'll give you a call. Most of the time they do. Because I apparently I look trustworthy. Like I don't look like I'm gonna do anything crazy to them.
Right.
You the same way. You just say, hey, let me get your name and number so I can give you a call.
Okay.
Not so much, can I get your name and number? Would you
Okay.
like for me to call you?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
no, I'm good. I'll call you. No, even a Mary Kay lady would tell you no. You know?
Right.
It's true, because how many people try to get you in the mall and you turn around and tell them no, right?
A lot, yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they were like confidently saying, hey girl, your skin is gorgeous and I'd love to just get your opinion about Mary Kay. Here, put your name and number down. You know, I gave you my card and a sample or something. Okay, you know, let me get your number so I can follow up with you about that color.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So we have to get more confident. So here's your affirmation, Max. I can say these things.
Okay.
My book right there.
I got a
Yeah.
bunch of them.
Yeah, that book. Look at Elise's book. You see that?
Oh, yeah. Let me
Go-
see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
dollar
yeah.
store. Go to the dollar store, get you a little book.
Okay.
They got cute ones. But you
Oh,
get,
yeah, that's a nice little one. Yeah.
and your affirmation is I can get the name and number.
Okay.
I can communicate clearly. Those are your affirmations, because I know that's where you get hemmed up. You think you get tied up in your words and you
Yeah,
don't
I
know
do.
what to say.
Yeah.
You have to change your thinking about that. So I can say, put your name and number here. I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. Here is my card. Like, it's real simple. You don't have to say a bunch of stuff. Half the time I do it and I forget to tell them my name. It's so bad, y'all. I do. They have to ask me, what's your name? I have a whole conversation with somebody. I know their name. I know how many children they got and everything. I'm ready to dip. Like, I'm going. And they be like, wait, what's your name?
Right.
So because I get nervous too. I'm like, you know, maybe if my name was Sue, it'd be a lot easier. But my name is not easy. You know, my dad, he gave me this long name. And so it's hard, you know. But so even me, I'm sure if you ask Shelly, well, maybe not Shelly. Shelly, she's so smooth. She's so smooth.
Yeah.
I get very nervous. Thank you.
What?
I'll
Do you?
Seriously?
tell me anything.
Listen, because I'll be out with Shelly and I'm thinking, Shelly, you like Michelle Beverly, my friend. I'm like, when I'm out with Shelly passing out cards, I better hurry up or she gonna get all the people in the store. Shelly be like, oh,
Okay, so full disclosure, I was thinking that at the vendor show because I had no more cards or labels because I gave them all out on Thursday.
Mhm.
And Shelly had her cards, and I'm thinking to myself, Shelly gonna get all the customers.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so bad. So yeah, but she like Shelly's real bold. Like,
She sure is
like
bold.
I talked to this person, I talked to that person. I'm thinking I'm walking around the store like, do I want to talk to them? I'm going through all of this. Shelly's like, oh, I talked to this person, that person,
But
that
the
person.
worst thing
Like,
they can do is tell you no, and you don't have anything
Yeah.
less than you had to begin with. So
right. And like she said, worst thing they can tell you is no. And the other thing that I say to myself is, if they tell me no, it's okay, because I'll probably never ever see this person again. So the moment of sheer embarrassment goes away real quick. You know,
Yes.
like, I ain't gonna see you again. Even when I have seen them again, and they told me yes, and I got their number, and they never called me, I'd be like, well, now it's my choice. I ain't giving you my card again. You know, you didn't call me. You know, so I have those moments too, but it's very rare that I see a person again, even when they tell me no. So I say, Max, you count it as a face when you can have follow-up, when you can get a sale, when
Yeah.
you get a
Yeah, because I'd be
booking.
afraid to ask for the number.
Yep, yep.
So
So,
it's a lady in the bank. Yeah, I've been doing my mother's business there, and I did tell her I was a Mary Kay consultant, and I gave her a card, and I went back, and she's a manager there. I went back to do some more follow up,
mhm,
and I said, "Did you get a chance to look at my website?" And she said, "Yeah, I got the book, and I got your card at home. I'm gonna, look at it."
mhm,
I just got her first name though, so.
okay. Oh,
And
yeah.
then I forgot the first time I went in there, I got her name and she gave me a card. The second time I went in there, I didn't have the card and forgot her name. And I had to ask her again, what was your name again? So I felt really dumb about that. But
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
oh my
I
God.
try to figure out some smooth ways sometimes to find out people's names.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask somebody
I
else.
could have asked somebody else, but I didn't. I was like, whatever.
Yeah. Or you be like looking for their name tag.
Yeah,
I've
and that's what
not
I was
figured out how
doing.
to do it slyly because I
She
know
didn't have
you
anything on
looking.
her desk.
Yeah, yeah. I know it don't help
But
all
we're
the time.
all human,
We're
and
all-
they see a lot of people, and it's even though they see the same people sometimes all week, that doesn't mean they remember everybody's name. So they don't really expect you to remember. I mean,
No,
Yeah.
I've been in
trying to
customer service over 30, actually 40 years, and people don't automatically assume you're going to remember. Even when I was doing payroll, people would call me and be like, "Hi, Cynthia," and I say, "Okay, I talk to a lot of people. Who is this?" Because I don't want to make a mistake and think I'm talking to the same person. But
Mhm.
people assume that you know who they are.
Yep.
So you just
trying to sell
nothing
Mary
wrong
Kay.
with saying, "I'm sorry, what's your name again?"
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's okay. Listen, because I'm the first one to be forgetting people's names. I got folks because it's really bad when you. This is why I started putting pictures in my customers because it's really bad when you got like 5 Cynthias. You got to figure out which Cynthia it is, and stuff like that. Like, which one are you? So because when they call you, it's like, this is Cynthia. You're like, I don't know which one you are. I don't remember your name or your phone number. I got to put them together. And so stuff like that. I remember you, Cynthia, but you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I get what you're saying.
yeah. And so, um, Max, the other thing I was going to tell you, so the manager at my bank, I had tried to put a facial box in there and then I eventually had to take it out. But when I went, I said, I'm going to bring you back something. And I said, would it be okay? Can I bring you like some hand cream or something? And so that's what I did. And because I brought her a little something, she says, you know what, I want to buy something. I'm gonna look through that book. And she told me, she's like, what do you think I would like? I said, well, you work with a lot of money. I think you'd love our satin hands because, your hands get dry. And so she bought a satin hand set. But it was because I had started first with the hand cream. She uses other skincare and everything. We had a whole discussion about it. Like it was going to be hard to get a facial with her. But I was able to break in with a little something by making a suggestion. And so a lot of times you have to have a little bit longer conversation if you can. If they're busy, maybe you're not able to do all that. But you can say,
Right.
by the way, when's a good time I can reach you when you're off hours? Let me
Right.
get your name and number, and I can make some suggestions because I've got a great product that I think you really need to try. You know,
Mhm.
and I might have even now I think about it, I think I gave her samples of the satin hands in little packets because I didn't have the full little thing. I just squeezed a little in each thing and gave it to her and said, here, try this. Let me know what you think. That's why she bought it. Yeah, that's why she bought it. So, you know, taking it a step further, think customer service. Think, Mary Kay talks about the golden rule. How would you want to be treated? Right?
Mhm.
How would you want to be treated if you were the manager at the place and somebody came in and started talking to you about Mary Kay? What would you want them to do? Or are you going to be the person who's like, please don't talk to me? You know, like instead, how would you want to be treated? If you want to be treated a certain way, do that for other people.
Mhm.
That takes away the pushiness.
Right.
A lot of times we think, oh, we're being so pushy. We're trying to sell. We're trying to
Yeah. Yeah.
just treat them how you would want to be treated. If somebody came in and said to me, girl, you're so pretty, and I just would love to try this lipstick color on you, or I want to do this or whatever. If I wasn't selling Mary Kay, girl, look, you tell me you want to make me over at the Lancome counter, I'm coming. Free? What? Free? Oh, wait, do I have to buy anything? Okay, then yeah, here I come. you know, of course, when I get there, I'm gonna buy something. But even like when I was in Vegas, oh my gosh, I had to be nice a little bit. In this one mall, everywhere we went, people were handing stuff to us from kiosks and out of stores and everything. And I was like, you know what? I can't be nasty to everybody. I need to take some of this stuff, even though I don't really want it. And so I was like, because I want people to be like that with me. So okay, yeah, I'll take this hand cream. I'm gonna hand it to my girls.
Right.
Oh yeah, the screen protector. Okay, yeah, here, Monty. You said you needed a new screen protector. Here you go. And everything. But the lady who was harassing my mother about travel stuff, I'm like, sorry, but we're good. It's like, so, I just think we have to channel that customer service.
Right.
It takes because when we are so concerned, here's the other part, and do not take offense to this, but I had to learn this. When we get in our head about what everybody else thinks of us, that is a selfish viewpoint.
Oh,
They told me that, I was hurt. Like, what do you mean I'm being selfish? Because we're so self-centered on ourselves and what people think of us, what they will say about us and everything, instead of thinking about the other person.
that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah. And
what can you offer them?
Yeah, what can you offer them? And if you're coming at them with the genuine heart of service, who cares what they think?
Absolutely.
Girl, I was not trying to offend you. I'm just trying to give you something out of my goodness of my heart. You told me no. I'm so sorry. You're going to miss out this opportunity to hang out with Maxine Guy. You even know who I am? Now that sounds selfish, but really it's like, I have something good for you. You don't want it? Oh, that's so sad. But I'm not going to worry about what you think of me because I'm going to move on to the next. Somebody else wants what I have. And they're probably the person who really needs what I have.
Yes.
So don't worry about the one that told you no, because they may not need you. But this person over here, if you keep trying, you're going to see that, wow, you know what? I'm so glad they blocked me from that person because this one over here really needed me. She's been feeling really low. She's been feeling ugly, or her life has been stressful. She's having a difficult pregnancy. And I was able to just come along and give her a moment of peace. And you start to see that kind of stuff when you really get out there and really expand your territory and start talking to more people. You start to realize there's a whole lot of people out there who need us. And for us being kind of selfish and self-centered, more self-centered, not even really selfish, but self-centered, like, I don't want to impose. How are they going to feel about me? What are they going to think? You are letting go of so many people who could really use you. The empathetic, compassionate, kind, beautiful Maxine Guy.
Amen.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell them to give you their name and number. They don't even know what they're saying no to. Just say, girl, give me your name and number so I can call you. Remember that most of the people you're talking to, you're probably older and wiser than them. So who cares what they say? Girl, you don't even understand. Give me your name and number because you don't know what you're missing out on.
I really don't care. I'm really bold now.
Hello? Lisa's like, listen.
I'm going to have to hang out with you.
Lisa's like the matriarch
when you get
age,
you won't care either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I got there at 50. I got there at 50. I was like, when I turned 50, I was like, you know what? At this point, who cares?
He said, take no care. He said, take no care. Take no care. He said, take no care. Cast it all on me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting better with that too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just say, I don't give a care.
Yeah. Because Maxine, you really are a very confident woman in that shell. You have moments where you let the other come out, but there are moments when you're very confident. So what you got to do is hang on to that piece
Yeah.
and let that come through in a kind way, right? When you're talking to people, think about how you would want to be treated. That's it.
Okay.
That's it, and repeat that affirmation. I can communicate clearly. and
I can communicate clearly. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And communicate clearly.
Yeah, I can communicate clearly. All right, so 3 times this week, I need y'all to write down 1 or 2 or couple of affirmations and repeat them to yourself this week. I want to see how you feel next week after you've been doing this, okay? So, and I'm going to be doing the same, and we're going to be better together, okay? So it is 9:15. I'm ready to get off this call. I don't know what Fred is doing over there. He's making crazy faces at me.
Uh-oh.
He's saying feel better. He's like, he's doing all this. My husband is a nut, y'all.
Hey, Fred.
He just left out the door. I don't know where they going. Monty, are you still here? Oh, okay. I thought y'all were going somewhere. I'm telling you. Anyway, all that is on the YouTube. Sorry, people out there watching the playback. I'm having
Okay, we human. We are still humans.
Yes. Anyway, y'all, it's 9:16. We should probably get off this call. Thank y'all for being on tonight. If you need me, you know where to find me. Remember, we should say this. Tomorrow, anybody who did not do PCP, that's the first day that you can order the new products. Tomorrow. If you
No new products, they all gone. I tried to get them.
No, they're not all
What?
gone.
They not?
No, they should not be. Don't tell
I
me
just
that.
tried.
No.
Just about to put my order in.
You gotta find them. That's all.
I tried to get some before I got on call and say all out, none.
No.
What
Because
are
you're not looking at the summer stuff. You're probably looking at the spring, Elise.
Okay.
Yeah, look at
There's
look
no
at the
way they
summer.
shouldn't be out this quick. If they
Yeah,
are,
the summer. It just came out.
Yeah,
What
so
are
the thing is, if you have done, so let me do this real quick. So let's do this so that you guys can see where to go. So we go to In Touch,
Okay.
go to ordering. All right, so let me see. Where do we look? What's new? There we go. Under what's new, it should have summer 2024 early offer. If you have early ordering privileges, because you did PCP, you've been able to order these products since the 10th. Okay. And we did announce it in the Facebook group. Michaela did, but I was out of town. But see this? Here's all the new skincare.
I was looking under the wrong.
Yeah. Here's the new brow gel. Here's the new lipsticks. Okay, they're all still available. And you can get samples. And you can get the new books. Okay, and the new flip chart pages. So all of this is available. There's even some new beauty books, like all the paperwork is new if you wanted to get new paperwork. That part is not so necessary.
I got to get back in there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But check this out too. Did you guys see this? They got little mini go kits of the new skincare. Okay. So the thing is, you got to make sure when you go to ordering, like don't go to the spring. Okay.
That's where
just click on ordering and then see how now it's showing up spring. But what you got to do is go under what's new and look.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go here, because if you go there, you're going to see spring. And yeah, all this stuff except for the pedicure set is all sold out.
Oh, well, okay. I was just wrong. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's okay. That's all right. So the thing is, though, if you have not done the PCP, if you did not do the mailer and you don't have early order privileges yet, everything is available tomorrow for everybody. Okay. So tomorrow on the 15th, like somebody like Maria, who's brand new, can actually order the new products. And then all of these new products will be on the website on the 16th. Okay, that's the first day that they will appear for our customers to see them. Okay. And you guys should have got the catalog, hopefully in the mail. I know Maria got hers, I got mine. This is the new catalog.
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't get mine. Did I do
Okay.
PCP? I don't know if
No,
I did.
no, this is the one that I send out to you guys.
Oh,
So if
oh,
you haven't got it, it's coming. Look in
Yeah.
your mail. But the other thing is the sampler in there is the lotion for your face. It's the hydrating moisturizer that they put in there. Okay, I was
Okay.
kind of hoping they would have did the lipsticks, but whatever. So, so you get moisturizer, all right? And this is for normal skin. Okay. So it's something you could give away to somebody and say, hey, try this. Tell me what you think of the new moisturizer, right? But this is the
Oh,
new
yeah, great. Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
customer.
Okay.
I'm
So
trying to
anyway,
get.
so that's the major thing that's happening. Also, for those of you who were looking for things that were out of stock, I put that in the note this morning that like Lash Intensity, which is my favorite mascara, is back in stock. Copper Aura back in stock. You know, some of those lip glosses and different things. So just, you know, you can always check the in-stock stuff. And the way you do that is by going to the news at the bottom of the page. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
If you guys go to your main page and you go down here to latest news, right here, you can look and see supply chain related product inventory updates. And if you click on that, it will show you back in stock products and also what is out of stock. So if you're confused, like why you can't order a particular thing, it's because it might be out of stock. You can look and see, you know, what's out of stock.
I just didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, just, you know, a couple little tidbits there. Anyway, all right. Anybody else need anything before we hop off? I you know, I didn't know.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Bye,
Have a
everybody.
blessed
Right,
night,
good night.
everybody.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.